I remember one time my period was like a week late and I thought I was pregnant, but then she started, thank gosh. Hey guys, so today's video is brought to you by my bathroom floor, because what better setting to talk about periods than a bathroom floor? I realized I've never made a video talking specifically about periods and what I do and how to handle it. This video is actually brought to you by Lily Cup. The Lily Cup can be purchased at CVS across the United States. You can also order it online. I had never used a menstrual cup until earlier in 2017, and I was always kind of scared to use it and didn't really know what to expect, but I finally went out and bought one at CVS, and it's honestly life-changing. Tampons and pads are just so harmful to the planet and also harmful to your body. Like, tampons contain so many toxins, and just the cotton, like, it's typically been bleached and processed, and your body absorbs all of that. So when you instead use a silicone cup, it doesn't do anything to your body. It's just going to hold the menstrual blood and then you dump it out. It's not like a tampon in the sense where it's just going to plug up your body and prevent the natural flow. Not only is it super beneficial for your body and the planet, but also your wallet. Think of how much we spend every month on tampons and pads. The Lily Cup is $40. I think it lasts a lifetime. You don't have to go out and buy tampons every month. Think of how amazing that is. The Lily Cup comes in two sizes, size A, which is if you haven't given birth, and size B is if you have given birth. So this is size A, and then it also comes with a little travel compact so you can keep it safe and clean, easy on the go. I really like the Lily Cup, genuinely. It does take some getting used to because you basically have to fold it in half. You have to make sure that it suctions properly because otherwise if you put it in wrong or it's still kind of bent, it's not going to contain the flow, like it will leak. But as long as you put it in properly, it does take a little practice at first, but you'll be fine. You can literally keep it in for 12 hours. So again, you can purchase this at CVS. I will put the link down below, but it's something I would really recommend. Good for your planet, your body, your wallet, like good for everything. That's probably my #1 recent period hack. I first got my period in 6th grade, and I remember I was not expecting it at all. Luckily, my mom had taught me about periods. I was very well informed. I did get the sex talk. I think in 4th or 5th grade, my mom gave me the sex talk, and I was like shook. Like, I was like, people do that? Yeah, I was like 11 when I got my period, and none of my friends had gotten theirs that I know of, at least. Like, we never talked about it. And I remember one time before PE, I just went to the bathroom and I was just gonna pee. I pulled in my pants and I was like, and I just remember being shook. First of all, because I don't know, like, I'd never really seen period blood before. Like, you just kind of expect it to look like blood, but they were chunks, and I was just kind of shook. Like, luckily I knew what it was. I've heard horror stories of girls not knowing what it even was, and they think they're dying and they like start crying, and it's just like a lot. My friend was like waiting for me by the sinks in the bathroom, and I was just like, then we went to PE and I was just like just kind of speechless, like shook. Then I went home that day and I started crying, and my mom was like, oh my God, like what? She was trying to guess what was wrong. Like, did you get a bad grade? Did you get in trouble? And she was like, did you get your period? And I was like, yeah. I was literally bawling my eyes out, just like, cause I felt like I should. I was very shook. And I remember I used pads for at least the first few months. So that was really fun. And then yeah, I used tampons, and I pretty much just used tampons up until now, like this past year. I am very lucky to have pretty easy periods. They've always been pretty regular. I think we all deal with PMS, so like I'll definitely feel myself probably a week before my period start to get kind of just like, I'll get more easily offended by little things, or I'll take things a little more personally than I normally would, and I'm like, okay, chill. Things you can do to help with PMS symptoms are raspberry leaf tea. I've heard this is really good for cramps. Also, I know like Midol is good for cramping. But you know, if you want the completely natural route, a little raspberry leaf tea, a little hot water bottle or pad on your abdomen feels really good. I love taking baths in essential oils like lavender oil or rose hip oil or like rose oil, jasmine oil, just really soaking my body, Epsom salts. Again, mine are never that bad. So if you have any tips and tricks, if you have really bad cramps or really heavy periods, leave it in the comments below. My mom always tells me you don't have coffee before you start your period or on your period. Like, your body's just more sensitive to sugar and caffeine and bad food. So even though you might be having cravings, maybe stick to like dark chocolate or fruit or tea instead of coffee. Little things like that you don't even really realize, but then once you start implementing them, you'll find a difference. Also, I've heard that cutting out dairy, once people cut out dairy, their periods are a lot lighter and just, you know, they don't have as bad of cramps. One girl commented on one of my videos and said that after she stopped eating soy, her periods got easier and lighter and less, you know, cramping. So I definitely think that diet has a lot to do with it, as well as genetics and just, you know, how your body works. I also really recommend tracking your period. This is really important, especially if you're sexually active. Also, just for your own convenience, like am I gonna maybe start my period this day? Like, should I have sex? Just want to keep that in mind. It could start during sex, but then also like just, you know, pregnancy and being aware of when you're ovulating. I just use a free period app. There's a lot out there. I would suggest just looking through them, seeing which one you like best. Just remind yourself to keep doing it, and then yeah, you can just be prepared. Keep your Lily cup with you to school, to work, so you're always prepared. Then you also know, you know, if you're late, how many days you are late, if you're a week late, instead of just kind of trying to guess, because your body is very specific when it comes to this. Like, you should know the exact day you're gonna start, you know, and if it's off a little bit, it might tell you that something is off with your body, your cycle, etc. Of course, go to your doctor if you have any concerns. I'm not a doctor, but just from personal experience. I just think that stigma around periods should be eliminated, okay? Like, I remember when I first got it, I was so almost embarrassed. I didn't tell any of my friends. I just felt really like weird about it. And I mean, I guess that's normal if you're 11 and you're kind of new to all this. Like, once you mature and get older, you realize like, NBD. So that is my period advice to y'all. Again, if you have any recommendations for me, for everyone else who's watching this, please leave it in the comments below. Also, make sure you check out Lily Cup. They're so easy and convenient, guys. You need to try this. Like, if you've been looking for a sign, now's your sign. Stop spending money on tampons every month and just like go get you one of these. So much easier. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.